the XXXY chromosomes are insufficient. Because when we wake up in the morning, we exaggerate whatever feature we want to portray the gender of our choice.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you're having a wonderful, bloody day. I am as well. Getting a little bit of crinks out of my back because, old man syndrome. But of course, we have more of this Neil DeGrasse Tyson, or whatever you want to call this imbecile. Because biology is not insufficient, dude. It's just not. If you're gonna go on this horrible train, then I guess you could start blaming all the other trans or detransitioners that are seeming to say otherwise. I think you should go to detransitioner Reddit. That's something that should be eye-opening for you, considering the fact there's at least 40k to 50k people on there. Last time I did this, it was at 49k. I doubt it's moved at all since then, but it's been increasing month by month. If not by a little bit, hundreds by week. So I don't really know if you actually realize this. On top of that, with the video we're going to probably end up watching from Epoch, I'm going to show you guys that the video in question that we're talking about here that documentary is going to show us on how messed up the actual real world is. And I would not mind going that over with you guys to show you exactly what's going on. But I have to get in talk with some of the people there because I have to make sure that if I can actually show this to my audience, because obviously I think you guys should go see it. And obviously I pay for it and have you guys see it as well. Anywho, what we have here is that Neil deGrasse Tyson says biology is insufficient and explaining gender ideology, and the Teen Transition activist Chloe Cole rips his claims. Exactly, because Chloe Cole, again, I'll probably do it with a person that's here because I like to go over it. But the thing is that these people are honestly idiots. All right, Neil deGrasse Tyson is an idiot. Chloe Cole's story is very devastating. And the fact that we know the people that watched or listened to her story will be quite saddened. And then there's some even more detransitioner people that have a even worse history or story about that. Even with some of these people that are detransitioning, they're going after the mentally ill, the deficient. Chloe Cole's situation that she was not in a good time in her life, so she thought this was the best way forward. It was only after years afterwards, which was a couple of years afterwards, that she decided to detransition. And it was not for the better for her at all. I don't think the doctors don't tell people exactly how bad the actual puberty blockers and all this other stuff does. They're telling you that this is okay, 100% okay, and it's not going to cause any problems. It does. Our bodies react negatively to the opposite hormones that we're supposed to have. Granted, we all have these X amount of hormones in our bodies. It's just if that we're male, we have significantly more testosterone than we have with females. Whereas women, they have significantly more estrogen than males. And estrogen does not do good for males, especially as where testosterone does not do good for females. It kind of really hurts them. In the video, Tyson said that people should think about gender as a spectrum. Because sometimes people feel more female than male, and sometimes they put on makeup in the morning, and sometimes they don't. Tomorrow I might feel 80% male, I remove the makeup, and I'll wear a muscle shirt, Tyson said. Yeah, see, there's multiple, as we're going to hear from Chloe, obviously, there's multiple different personalities. Like, obviously, somebody that can be black, right? But that doesn't mean their personality or the way they are is going to represent being black, or what have you. That's like saying, oh, this is a dog, but this dog is always going to remain a dog with no personality. Well, the dog can be a dog, but it's going to have a different personality compared to other dogs. This is a personality. And of course, you probably wouldn't know what personality disorder is, but I digress. There's a lot of different personalities, and that does not mean that you have the ability to be a different gender. It's just not a thing. Or different sex, if we want to be completely accurate. Apparently, the XX and XY chromosomes are insufficient because when we wake up in the morning, we exaggerate whatever feature we want to portray the gender of our choice, he continued. Cole, 19, who actively opposed gender affirming care for minors after transitioning herself, called out Tyson for comparing biology to makeup in a video she posted to Twitter on Tuesday. And what we're going to do is that we're going to go over this video. I'm going to show you the full clip of Tyson being an idiot and Chloe Cole completely destroying him and everything he holds dear because Chloe Cole is based and Chloe Cole actually has went through the traumatizing experiences that she's gone through. She's gone through it. She's witnessed the horrific stuff that they've done to her and to other people. Perhaps maybe listen to the people that have experienced these horrible procedures and learn a thing or two from them, because just maybe it might help you out. Take a look.
Confusing basic human biology with cosmetics. Like, what a weird jump. If I don't wear makeup most days. If I leave the house without makeup on, does that make me like 70% male?
Somewhere, I think I read that the United States was a land where we have the pursuit of happiness.
If it was only truly about aesthetics, nobody would care. It's my business because you're using 1950s gender stereotypes to justify an ideology that leads to the sterilization and mastectomies of 15-year-old girls who just don't fit in. Girls like me.
Suppose no matter my chromosomes, today I feel 80% female, 20% male. I'm gonna put on makeup. I'm gonna do that. Tomorrow I might feel 80% male.
I wonder what his gender was when he recorded this. Like, he doesn't have a muscle shirt on, right? No spray tan, no falsies. It's probably like 50% male in this.
I'll remove the makeup and I'll wear a muscle shirt. Why do you care?
Yeah.
What business is it of yours to require that I fulfill your inability to think of gender on a spectrum?
Because the only thing that you've established in this video is that men wear trousers and tank tops, but women, they wear lipstick and dresses. The idea that people can be percentages of either male or female just further reinforces the fact that biological sex is a binary. There's only two. There may only be two sexes, but there are an infinite number of personalities. I mean, it really doesn't take a degree in astrophysics to understand that.
The XXXY chromosomes are insufficient because when we wake up in the morning, we exaggerate whatever feature we want to portray the gender of our choice.
Confusing basic human biology with cosmetics. Like, what a weird jump. If I don't wear makeup most days. If I leave the house without makeup on, does that make me like 70% male?
Somewhere, I think I read that the United States was a land where we have the pursuit of happiness.
If it was only truly about aesthetics, nobody would care. It's my business because you're using 1950s gender stereotypes to justify an ideology that leads to the sterilization and mastectomies of 15-year-old girls who just don't fit in. Girls like me.
Suppose no matter my chromosomes, today I feel 80% female, 20% male. I'm gonna put on makeup. I'm gonna do that. Tomorrow I might feel 80% male.
I wonder what his gender was when he recorded this. Like, he doesn't have a muscle shirt on, right? No spray tan, no falsies. It's probably like 50% male in this.
I'll remove the makeup and I'll wear a muscle shirt. Why do you care?
Yeah.
What business is it of yours to require that I fulfill your inability to think of gender on a spectrum?
Because the only thing that you've established in this video is that men wear trousers and tank tops, but women, They wear lipstick and dresses. The idea that people can be percentages of either male or female just further reinforces the fact that biological sex is a binary. There's only two. There may only be two sexes, but there are an infinite number of personalities. I mean, it really doesn't take a degree in astrophysics to understand that.
This is something I would 100% agree with Chloe on. Is that the fact that there is multiple different personalities. Like, you're not going to find another me, right? I am me, and you're going to have to deal with me. Otherwise, well, I guess you're just going to have to leave the channel, obviously. But luckily, my audience is pretty rad, so they deal with my BS and my rantings. But for the most part, why does it matter, Neil DeGrasse Tyson? Why does it matter? It matters because, in this sense, that we have to protect the kids. It's not on a spectrum like you think, you fool, you idiot. It is binary, it is reality, and it's something that you have to start facing. Because, let's be honest here, when you start looking at the kids and see how impressionable kids are and, you know, how stupid they are, you start to realize that not everything they decide or do is there to their great benefit. This is the reason why kids need guidance. This is the reason why kids go out and commit crimes and do horrible things, because their parents don't give them guidance, or their father doesn't give them guidance. Kids need to be guided on the correct path, so that way they can go and do those things. And without that correct path, they end up making horrible decisions for themselves. It's not until way later in life to where they can be confident in making those right decisions for themselves. Then when they have kids, they can instill their beliefs, their systems, and their things onto their own children. But the kids don't even get to have that chance because they're being lied and fooled to get this transition surgery, which is a completely asinine to even do. That's why it matters, Tyson. That's why it matters to try to stop this. Now, I did make a mention that the video that on my stream yesterday, that like, oh well, the teachers, oh not the teachers, but the females have to deal with this, and then it's their fault. And I agree to that extent. But as I said multiple times on this channel, the only reason why I'm fighting back is because the kids don't deserve this. Kids don't deserve to have to go through these medical procedures and have their lives ruined over things that they have to deal with, or the decisions that they made because they're too young to understand, or they've been lied to. The parents have been lied to, and this is the reality that you're going to have to see and face when you watch that documentary. These are things that we are listening here and we have to go through. And I don't mind doing the California Insider thing as well to get a gist or a wake-up call into these people's realities. This is why it matters, Tyson. Because kids' lives and everything else is on the line. What we have here is that I watched Neil Tyson flail around and try to describe gender as a spectrum and just decided to refute some of his points in a short video she captured in the clip. How about we stop confusing basic biology with cosmetics, Cole said in the video. Like, what a weird jump. I don't wear makeup most days. Yeah, exactly. I think most guys even don't like women wearing makeup in the first place. They like their own natural look, which is 100% fine, and I would 100% agree with. So, yeah, and again, he's only using gender stereotypes in this scenario. Not all women wear exactly women's clothing, and not all men wear exactly men's clothing. But that does not mean at the very core of their soul, the core of their biology, that they're not male or female. So I think this is something that needs to be established here for perfectly reasons. The only thing that you've established in this video is that men wear trousers and tank tops, etc., etc. She testified again before Congress last week to address the dangers and due process violation of gender reassignment surgeries and gender-affirming care. What measures do I want to bring to American teenagers and their families? I didn't need to be lied to. I needed compassion. I needed to be loved. I needed to be getting therapy to help me work through my issues, she said. Not affirmed by delusion, by transforming into a boy, it would solve all my problems. Yeah. And this is just the reality that Chloe had to go through. And she had to go through horrendous treatments and stuff like that to realize to get to where she is. But at least she's fighting back and trying to stop this. Neil Neil Tyson, whatever your stupid name is. You're an idiot. And you're hurting people like Chloe Cole and all the other detransitioners as they go through these horrific surgeries, their horrific programs, just to be able to survive. Maybe you listen to them and their stories and their medical problems that they have for the rest of their life. Because the doctors know on how fucked up their life is going to be. They just want the money. Alright guys, that's it for the video. Like, subscribe, share. As always, take care.